And action.
What's up, y'all? Lebon, Washington here. I'm not really. I don't like sharing my business. I usually keep my business to myself and my family and my close ones. But I feel like this really people need to hear this. I have a tumor in my head.
Pituitary
tumor in my head.
Adenoma.
Yeah, or whatever that is. But it's in my head. And, I don't usually go to doctors. I don't usually get sick, from the time where if you get sick or you feel bad, you just go to bed and you're supposed to feel better. Next, I talk about how did we find out.
So you want me to tell them what you got going on? Because you just said you got a tumor in your head. You ain't even go into detail.
I have a tumor in my head.
No. So what it is a pituitary tumor. And it sits on the pituitary gland, which is in between your eyes. Like where your eyes cross, that's where the tumor is.
Okay. My family has great vision. We see pretty good.
20/20.
Good.
Sucker.
I kind of noticed like a while back, like I had to take this eye test for this job, and I could see perfectly fine, but when they said put my hand over my left eye, it was like, oh snap, like I couldn't see. So it was like, but the stuff that I could see, I passed. So I guess I got away with it. But I just figured, well, darn, I might need some glasses or something. I am getting up in age, So then, I always wanted to go to the military, even since high school, but I just always brushed it off. And then what happened was one day my wife was doing this girl's hair, and she was about to go into the Army. And she said she needed something that could last her, I guess, through basic training. So I started asking the questions, and I figured it was too late for me, but then I found out, I still got a chance. So, and I always played around with my wife, like, I'm going to go to the military, but I never really, acted on it. So I was really serious this time, but my wife still kind of didn't take me serious.
Mm-hmm.
So one day I said, well, let's visit the MEPS people. I mean, not the MEPS people, but the recruiter. So I go to the recruiter, let him know, graduated from college and blah, blah, blah. He was like, yeah, man, that's good. Well, you want to take the practice test? So I took the practice test or whatever, did good on it. It was like, man, you want to take the real test? I'm like, well, shoot, okay, I'll take it. So I took it, did real good on it. He was like, man, you can get a lot of good jobs in the military or whatever. So I was like, okay, cool. So then he showed me, some of the jobs that I qualified for. I was like, okay, well, that sounds good. So then he was like, well, we got to get you to go through MEPS. And so, it was the next week I was going to MEPS. Everything was going fast. I was happy. My wife was happy. We were doing research. Everything was going great. I went to MEPS. It was 5 o'clock in the morning. You get to MEPS, you have to do all this physical training and all that stuff to make sure you're able, to join the military. Passed everything. I made weight. In great shape for the most part. Then I had to take the eye test. I could see great with both my eyes. But then I had to put that left eye, but we'll put my hand over my left eye. And everything shut down. I couldn't pass. And then people in there was like, can you see this? And them people kind of straightforward in there. They don't play no games. So it was like, can you see this or no? Blah, blah, blah. And I couldn't see it. So I had to leave and whatever. So they said I had to see the eye doctor on the base. So the eye doctor came, gave me all these tests, put what you call that stuff?
What did he? I think he dilated your eyes.
Yeah, he dilated my eyes. Couldn't have seen it, so then they gave me this test or whatever, and like whatever I could see, I would press, click on the button, let them know I saw it. So my test results came back, and they were just like, your peripheral vision is not good. And then the doctor was like, you need to go to the hospital immediately. So we went to the emergency room, like the doctor said. And so we were just waiting. I was just like, oh my God, can we just hurry up and get my prescription glasses so I can get normal? So the doctor came back. He was like, well, we got your test results back. And he was like, you have a tumor in your head. And
he definitely did not say it like that.
How he said?
He said you have a pituitary tumor. They were right. We was like waiting forever. I was like, oh my God, when is this gonna be over? And so the doctor, Yvonne and the doctor came down and got me and was like that you need to talk to me. So I'm like, okay, well, what's going on? This can't be good. They don't just come out and talk to you. They just swear you in. And so we get up there and she started talking all this stuff. And I'm just like, what? I mean, half of the stuff I knew what she was talking about because I'm a half doctor. So I knew some of the stuff that she was talking about. But about the tumor being on the pituitary gland, which I knew was behind the eyes, and it's at the point where the I guess the nerves or whatever to the eye crossed, and it was really, really small. I knew that's all I basically knew. So she was doing all this talking, and she was just talking about all of this stuff. I was like, okay, now this, I don't know what you're talking about.
And I thought she was being extra.
Yeah, she was just like, I was just like, okay, blah, 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 blah. And then we got to that emergency room, and those people said that he did have a pituitary tumor. We was just all looking like, what?
And I told the doctor his face, I said, man, you lying. To his face, he was like, I'm not lying. And I was like, really? I couldn't believe it because, I never go to the doctor. I'm healthy. I feel good. And then they just start asking me questions. They
was asking weird questions.
Have you experienced your enlarged fingers and enlarged feet? Have you had erectile dysfunction? That ain't no problem. They was asking me, do I have headaches? Have I had any seizures? And I'm just like, man, I ain't had none of this, man. And and I was just like, dude, are you for real? He was like, I'm serious. And he was just like, well, I guess you can't go into the military. It was a rough 2 days, man. Like, it still didn't even sink in. Like, I cried for like 2 days, 3 days. Ariel was crying. It was just bad, man. That was a rough time. I kind of just tried to like not even think about it, just kind of really throw it on the back burner. It's a lot going through my mind. It was just like, man, I'm married, I got 2 kids, and we got a whole lot of living to do, you know what I'm saying? I was mad, I was frustrated because, I feel like I'm a good guy, and it's just like, why is this happening to us? It was just a rough time, so it's just like, why me? Why us? Finally something good was going, finally getting a better situation for my family, and then, boom, can't go. It was just bad at that time, but then, things just started getting better. It just felt like it, because I know something good got to come out of it. I don't think, this is all bad, because my wife helped me so much as far as like, switch your mindset. Like, this could be a good thing.
Because I'm amazing.
She really is.
Amazing.
She helped me out a lot, I ain't lying.
But that's what we supposed to do. Like, whenever we were on the way home, it was really rough. Like, and then anybody who knows me knows that I am a crybaby. Like, I'm the first one to cry. And for me not to really, I mean, I cried definitely, but for me to not, be like boohoo like I would have been, it's like I got this strength from somewhere, and it's what carried both of us. And I'm so glad. Like, I mean, I know not to try to sound deep or nothing, but I'm so glad that we aren't both down at the same time. Because if we were both down at the same time, we wouldn't have made it. We had days where I would be, down and out, and Vaughn would be there to lift me up. And there was days that he was down and I was there to lift him up. He's been through nothing. Like, this man only had a stomach virus. Like, that's all he's ever had. Like, how you go from perfectly healthy to, well, you think you're perfectly healthy until having this tumor. So it was just kind of, I was like, you know what? I'm going to take the role. I'm going to take all of the, all the things. So I gave the doctors my phone number. Okay, call me. Don't call him. Call me. I'll set up the appointments. I'll do this. I'll make sure we get to the doctor's appointment. I'll do this. I'll do that. I'm just taking everything off of him so that he can ease his mind. Because you can tell that it was taking an effect. But it worked out. I'm just glad that we both were here to hold each other up. Because it was rough. We've never had anything hit our family like that. To some, it might be, oh, that's it. That's it. Oh, yeah. Oh, but no, to us, it's like, well, goodness gracious. We were just getting on the right path. We were just getting to good things. It was like, where is this coming from? We didn't quite understand. And, we were both a little upset, but we got through it. It was rough. And sometimes we still have little days where it's like, gosh, we got to go through this. We really got to go through this. Mm-hmm. It's rough.
Yeah, man. And like I've been in church my whole life, but I believe in God. I do, but I never really had to believe. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, you go through small stuff, but this is a big deal. So it was just kind of like, damn, and so I was like, Lord, please, get me through this, man. I don't share my business like that, but I feel like people need to hear this. People need to, hear my story, because I know God will get the glory, for me to kind of open up my feelings and, my family, and open up. I feel like people need to be heard, and I know that a different person, a better version of me will come out of this, because like I said, I believe in God, but like when God get me out of this, like I know this like a whole
whole nother level.
Lord, you know what? I'm gonna share your story, Lord. And I think a person like me that's laid back, kind of needs a push to really, to be the best version of themselves. I kind of wish you wouldn't have to be this kind of a push, but accept it and just believe in God. It's just like, because yeah, you're supposed to believe and you don't supposed to worry, but
it's hard not to.
It's hard not to worry. And
really hard.
And the crazy things that been going on in my mind, the doctor telling me, you could die.
That's how Vaughn was taking it. We were at the neurologist, and he was just telling Vaughn that, how they do like the percentages of what could happen, and he was like, it's a 5% chance.
That's a big old 5%
that you could not
I want
wake
100%.
up after surgery, and that this could go wrong. You said like a 1%. No, I don't know what the percent was to be blind, but it was a percent that you could come out blind. It was a percent that you could never get your peripheral vision back, because at this point his peripheral vision is gone. But we've been seeing so many doctors, so that's the thing. The neurologist, the ear, nose, and throat, the endocrine specialist, that's the hormone people. So we've been seeing different people. So we've been getting information from everywhere, trying to put it all together. And it's just like, goodness gracious, this little, they said it was the size of a silver dollar. So to them, that's big. for something to be growing inside of your head. And we were looking on YouTube trying to find videos to help us understand, what we're dealing with. And it wasn't really any. It was a couple. But it seems like the ones who had the smaller tumors were dealing with all of the symptoms. And then everyone else who had the larger tumors, really didn't have any symptoms. I try to encourage them. I'd be like, Vaughn, even though we're going through this, even though you're going through this, God's hand is still on it. Like, it's rough, it's hard, but his hand is still on it. Like, all of the symptoms and everything that they're saying that you should be doing, you're not doing. Right. You haven't been through. So that's a blessing in itself. Everyone else is going through all of this different stuff. Some people have, when they were explaining how the surgery works, spinal leakage, all of this stuff that could happen. And we're claiming already that you're not good. This is last minute. This video is last minute. Like, surgery is tomorrow. Surgery is in a couple of hours. Right. Like, we're up, because he felt as though he needed to tell his story. So
I was thinking, like to go back to what you were saying, you was help changing my perspective of this situation. Because I was like, man, I shouldn't even try to go to the army. I should have just been trying to do my own thing, because I would have never found out, and I'd have been perfectly fine.
No, until you went blind.
Look.
That's honest. That's true.
I was like, you know what I mean?
But you don't still feel that way though, do you?
No, for the most part.
That was... First of all, that was a sad no. I don't feel that way, because we didn't know how fast the thing is going. The doctor said it's been there for had to be at least 2 years. So you don't know what the next thing could be.
You're right.
So we I come home, you on the floor. Then what? So I am glad. And like I've been telling Vaughn, it's not over. He can still, he's pushing it, the age-wise.
Girl, I look a little younger than you.
He's pushing it age-wise, but he can still go. So, like, delayed and not denied. So I was like, I was trying to push that into his head, push it into his head. It's not a no, it's just a not right now.
Right.
You still have time. Your biological clock is ticking, but you still have time. You still have time to do whatever it is that you want to do. Just take your time, have it. We've been praying for healing for the longest, because we found out this in July. It was a Wednesday. I want to say it's like the 10th. I don't know. But so we've been praying for this for a while. Today is August right now it's the next day, so it's August the 7th. So we've been praying for a while. This is the most consistent that we've been with prayer, reading the word. Like, it's a shame that it takes something like this to grab your attention of the things that you need to be doing. And at this point, you just take it and you roll with it. I've been pulling out the little Bible and stuff like that, and we've been trying to do a lot more as far as to getting through this, because we know, people around you, they supposedly help you. But where you really need to be is in the word, because that's what's going to get you through. And at the end of the day, that's it. Like, not even to be deep, not even to, to try to sound like I'm preaching all over the place. But that's just the end of it. Like, that's where you got to be.
And a lot of people they still don't even know. Like, this video, like, people don't even know. Only a select few know what's going on. I didn't want, because and
mainly people who have been in constant contact.
Right. I don't like sympathy.
And that's when I was like, you don't do it. Well, we are not doing it for sympathy. It's to the reason why I guess it's just hit us last minute. So I'm taking on the task, and Vaughn has agreed that we're going to film this, and we're going to keep up, and we're going to update, because there weren't even anything on there to show us how, the effect of it, what it do, nothing. It was nothing.
Just like, recovery was great, now I'm back to work.
Right. No, we know one of this, and it was
like I want to share this story, because there are a lot of people like me that don't go to the doctor. Like, one of my good friends, he don't even know what's going on. Marcus Spears, we had a conversation. And he's a business owner now. We was talking about his business or whatever. And I was just like, man, what about insurance, man? Me and my wife, he was like, man, my wife got good insurance, man. And I was like, that is right. He was like, yeah, man, I got to get my checkup or whatever. He was like, man, when last time you made a checkup? I was like, boy, I don't go to no doctor. I feel good. I ain't got to go to no doctor. And he was just like, man, you need to go to the doctor, man. You never know. And as soon as I found out about this tumor situation, I thought about him. I know if he ever see this video, he gonna be like, dude, really? But you know, like, all to the guys out there, women, I mean, male, female,
babies, boys,
girls, everybody. Don't be like me and just because you feel good, think you don't need to go to the doctor. Like, you need to go to the doctor and get a full
going
checkup.
to sleep and waking up is not curing anything.
Or drinking some ginger ale. Like, all seriousness, like, get checked periodically, once a year, twice a year, or something. I didn't even have to have surgery.
Time we went to the doctor was when?
When I had that stomach.
That was when we first got married in 2000.
The couple days after we got married.
That was 2015.
Yeah. So I mean.
And it ain't like I ain't been saying nothing. Yeah. I've been telling them to go.
Yeah, and the doctor was like, there were two options: take pills, which what I was praying for, or the surgery route. I mean, so if I would have been going to the doctor regularly, I might didn't even have to go this route.
It's kind of like a gift and a curse when it comes to this, because it's like we're grateful that he has the tumor that he has, because if it would have been early on or smaller or a different type, he could have had all those other symptoms, and it's just like, we're grateful for what we got, but we still got to deal with it.
Right.
And, we were hoping for the one that he could take the pill, because it's like the tumor is a hormone tumor. So it's not cancerous or anything like that. So it produces prolactin. I think that's what it's called. Prolactin.
Whatever it is.
Okay. Actually, thank God for advanced technology that they don't have to do a craniotomy.
Yeah. Well.
I'm a doctor. They don't have to do a craniotomy. They're going to do, what is it called?
They're going up my nose.
They're going to go through the nose, infogeo, I don't know. But they're going to go through his nose, through his sinus cavity, all that kind of stuff, and get it from there. So that's good. That we don't have to go through that. I think that's amazing. So we're going to take it one day at a time. Tomorrow is the surgery day.
We're going to let you know how the recovery goes.
Yes, we will keep everybody updated.
I got to teach Landon to
be gentle.
Not hit me, Lord Jesus. Oh, boy. Lane, she going to be good.
Yeah, she's going to be more caring.
Going to be ready to fight. I'm just glad that, we can kind of chuckle about the situation now.
Now.
First, man, I know this is going to be, work out for us for our good. I know things are going to work out. We're going to get this out the way so we can move on.
Yes, Lord. And it's not over.
It's not over.
It's not over.
No.
He's going to go through this procedure. They're going to do whatever they got to do. And he's going to wake up, and we're going to continue moving forward with life, continue doing the things, growing, being the, the good people that we are, and, just become better people, period. You appreciate the people who are truly, genuinely there for you and help you through these hard times. And we're grateful for every single person that prayed, every single, person who thought about us, to text us, how is Vaughn doing? Or, or I'm praying for Vaughn. I'm trying to get some prayers this way. Come on, pray.
I should have did a GoFundMe.
Boy,
I'm about to have surgery. So
no, sir. That's not. No, we will not. We will not.
But I guess I'll see y'all
after surgery.
And keep y'all updated. And I appreciate y'all time. If you made it this far, y'all real.
And not slide through.
Right.
Double tap 10.
If you made it this far, you're a real one.
Make sure you like, share, comment, and hit the subscribe button.
Bye, I'm holla.
Like, comments down below, like the video, and click the subscribe button.